on consent, discussion, public hearing items, or general public comment will be accepted via email prior to the live open public session. Deadline for submission of public comment will be 12 p.m. on Tuesday, October 25th, 2022. Submit public comments via email to the superintendent's senior executive assistant at Christina Crane at busdk12.com. Each comment will be read aloud by a member of staff as received and are subject to a 3-minute time limit, approximately 250 words. Comments received outside the comment period outlined above will not be read aloud and will not be reflected in the minutes. Do we have any comments today?
We have one that.
Okay,
you want me to read that, or you want to read that?
Sure.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Latrina Wallace, a candidate for BUSD Board of Trustees. Schools should be a comfortable, safe haven for children to acquire knowledge. When a student lacks respect for school property, it can decrease the quality of life in the school. Studies have found that academic stress, lack of consequences for poor behavior, and violence modeled by communities are just a few reasons behind theft and vandalism in schools. A viral TikTok trend, the Devilish Lick Challenge, has provoked students to destroy school property. Number one, does the school's vandalism have a pattern, such as time, location, or type? Number two, what are the current SOPs for preventing such acts?
Okay. Thank you.
We'll go now to staff reports. Vandalism report for the first quarter.
Sure. And Ms. Dibble, do you want to address that with the board? Because I have it right here, actually, and that was part of public comment. So go ahead.
Perfect. All right. So the vandalism report for July 1st, 2022 through September 30th, 2022 is presented to the board as an information item. And we had a total of $5,632.73 in vandalism reported. $841.30 of that was in labor, $4,791.43 in materials. There were 11 acts of vandalism, 5 at Barstow High School, 1 at Crestline, 2 at Lenwood, 1 at the maintenance and transportation location, and 2 at Montera. And again, the report is presented to the board as an information item.
Does anybody have any questions? Is it primarily bathrooms that are being busted into at the high school, or?
This one was a little different. I would say 2 quarters ago, it was the bathrooms. That was the
Last year.
That was the old.
That was the Devilish Lick one was last year, actually.
Correct. That was last year.
Part of the TikTok challenge that we dealt with a few of those items as well. Yeah.
And so only, as far as damage, it was only 1 incident from this report. The others were graffiti, or the big one was I'm going to say the DUI driver that ran into the fence at the high school. And I say I'm going to say that because I don't know that that's actually she's gone to court for that, but my understanding is
that
was
the big ticket item, I believe, that was the biggest cost that was incurred regarding vandalism and property damage. Yeah.
Correct, yes, that was about $2,416 of the total cost that we have was in repairing that gate at Barstow High School from the incident that occurred with the community member and not our students.
Okay. Anybody else have a question or any comment? Okay, moving to enrollment report, Mr. Whalen.
Okay, Ms. Dibble, go ahead and address this one as well.
Absolutely. So month 2 for the 2022-2023 school year as compared to month 2 of the 2021-2022 school year, we are up 87 students from the elementary, and we are down 87 students from the high school. So we currently have a flat enrollment report compared to this time last year. And the enrollment report is presented to the board as an information item.
Any questions? Anybody have any comments or questions? Okay, thank you. Moving on to the superintendent's report.
Yes, would like to announce that our BHS girls volleyball team plays Silverwater away tomorrow. That is their last DSL game they're playing. They're undefeated at this time. I look forward to them representing our DSL with an undefeated season, given any type of circumstances tomorrow, they should prevail. And playoffs upcoming. So we look forward to our BHS girls volleyball team performing very well in the playoffs upcoming. Football game just came up short on Friday against Atlanta this past Friday. 49-42, a great game that was at home. The Axe game is upcoming on this Friday. Powder Puff is also on Thursday, I believe. So that is at home. Victor Valley High School, obviously the opponent, the Jackrabbits, and we look forward to being victorious in that game coming up. Construction for the Wellness Center, Tutoring Center, and Media Center is ongoing with schematic design. Had a great call today with all of our representatives, from psychologists to our media center technician to our multi-lit technician as well, being a part of those conversations and moving forward with that. Want to thank our board member, Mr. Watson, for attending the 75th anniversary. BNSF presented us with a $100,000 check for our CTE program, which was fantastic. I thank Mr. Watson for accepting that, and the generosity of BNSF for thinking of our CTE program, for giving us the opportunity to continue to educate our kids in that way that gives them the opportunity to have jobs in more of a rapid fashion, given the opportunity that they want to achieve those. So I want to thank them for that. And that's all I have at this time.
That'd be a home game. The Axe game be a home
It
game?
is. We are home.
Yeah. Okay. Any comments or questions? Okay, having none, we'll go to board reports. Mr. Watson, would you have anything to report?
The only thing I have to report is, like Jeff said, I went to the 75th anniversary of Barstow. It was very good to be there. It set the check for our kids. I also did go to Cameron Elementary lunch with the students, with my son. It was a very wonderful. I couldn't believe how many parents were there. There was probably about 40 people in front of me, and then when I left, there was probably about the same amount of people still there. So it was very good to see all the parents engage with their students and everything else. But so that's all I have to report.
Okay, I have nothing to report. How about Mr. Rosenberg?
No, sir, I have nothing to say.
Ms. Clemmer?
Nothing for me either. Thank you.
Okay. Moving forward, we'll have our representatives report. CSEA, go first.
All right. Good evening, everyone. So we have a couple MOUs on the agenda tonight for approval. Those were knocked out really easily. We do have some negotiations upcoming that we are trying to finalize for the 22-23 school year. Still working out some dates on those. We have the Personnel Commission meeting is going to be this Thursday, so we do have some members that are going to voice their concerns to the Personnel Commissioners, specifically our nutrition service workers, in regards to the vacancies and the non-availability. So they're going to be voicing their concerns. So just so you guys are aware that that'll be coming up on Thursday. We do have some other members with some concerns as well in regards to timelines of fulfilling vacancies, as well as notification of when vacancies have been filled, and those that did not get selected have not been getting notified that they weren't selected. So they're, the timelines basically. So we have our general meeting coming up, of course, at the end of the month. I don't really have much else to report at this time. I will say, in regards to the TikTok challenges right now, the big one right now is the one chip challenge. I see it a lot at my site at the junior high. It is basically 2 of the hottest peppers combined into one single chip, and they think that they can tolerate that either in one full bite or however long, and it's basically how long does it take before you have to either eat or drink something else. So I'm seeing that a lot at the junior high right now, and I'm not sure about other health assistants, but that one is dangerous. I mean, so please, kids, parents, warn your kids that it's dangerous. Please don't do it. Other than that, that's all I've got to report for tonight. Thank you.
That's combining the 2 hottest peppers you can.
So they're one of it's 2 of the hottest peppers in the world. They combine it into one chip, and then the kids try to eat it either all in one bite or however long it takes them before they have to eat or drink something, and not realizing that water, ice, makes it worse, and they don't realize that there are major consequences that can happen. Kids have gone to the hospital, severe stomach pains, it can burn a hole through your stomach lining.
It's brutal.
It's very painful. It can also lead to heart issues. And they haven't even determined any long-term effects from that, but it's pretty painful for some. Yeah. So I mean, I have one student that it's been 2 weeks now, and his stomach is still not 100% yet.
Crazy
So,
stuff. Get the milk ready.
Yeah, and I don't supply milk in my office. You know, it's not something I keep on hand. And usually the cafeteria is already closed at that point. So.
Big French vanilla creamer would help.
That's
Bread
crazy.
or milk.
Crazy.
Bread, milk, or crackers. Those are the best options.
CSCA. I mean,
That was me. That was me. You could go again.
Hello, Miss G. We couldn't be here tonight, so I'm filling in. So hello. Brought my little notes here. BEA members enjoyed their recent 4-day weekend, and it was a blessing to have, especially with all the shortages in teachers and subs, so they really appreciated that time off. And then our secondary members are gearing up for the end of the quarter, so they're getting ready for grades and parent-teacher conferences, as well as our elementary, which will be following in a few weeks after them. Many school sites are planning fall activities and such as trunk or treat and fall festivals and different things in the classroom. It's always a fun time, especially after routines and expectations have already been taught in the classroom. So now it's time to get into those fall activities and have some fun with learning. We've also are registering for our new educators conference South that will be held in Garden Grove in mid-December, and also BEA leadership. Some of them have registered for the High Desert Leadership conference that will be held in December. And that's all I have to report for BEA. So thank you.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions, comments? Okay, thank you. Personnel Commission.
Board members and guests, the next meeting of the Personnel Commission is scheduled for this Thursday, October 13th. Barstow currently has 352 classified employees. We have 2 recruitments in the testing stage. 1 recruitment is open, with 4 more scheduled to open next week.
Any comments or questions? Okay, thank you. Move to adoption of the agenda. We have a corrected copy, L1. Is that
Yeah, it's L11.
L11?
Right.
BUSD Board of Trustees appointment of community member Jason G. to the Personnel Commission. And number 2, corrected copy, K22, CTE Incentive Grant MOU. Do we have any presentations or resignations?
None this evening.
Communications?
Need to motion to adopt the agenda. Right.
I'm sorry. Can I have a motion to the adopt agenda as presented?
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
So moved by Ben, second by Mike.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay.
Consent agenda. Can I have a motion to accept the consent agenda as presented?
So moved. Second.
So moved by Julie,
Second.
second by Mike.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Discussion items. Corrected copy L1, BUSD Board of Trustees appointment of community member Jason G. to the Personnel Commission. Recommend the Board of Trustees approve the appointment of Jason G. to the BUSD Board of Trustees. Beginning term December 1, 2022 and expiring December 1, 2025. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second by Ben.
Discussion?
Just want to reiterate that this was brought forward, and I want to thank Mr. Akamura for speaking to Mr. Jason G. He's not here this evening. As far as Mr. Akamura, I believe Mr. G is actually over here, sitting here with his wife, I believe. So I want to welcome them here. Did want to say that Ms. Duell brought to light, as far as the term, is a 3-year term, starts December 1 of 2022 and then expires on December 1, 2025. So that is, Mr. G has his bio here, and if Mr. G, if you just want to introduce yourself and just say a couple of words to the board. And
No, I just want to say thank you for considering me, for appointing me to the position. I look forward to working with you. Here's my wife, Simone, and I'm looking forward to working with you. Thank you.
great, thank you.
Great having you. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Did you vote, Ben and Julie? Okay, both ayes, so we're 4-0. Okay.
Moving to L42, purchase order listing for 9/21/22 to 10/03/22. Recommend the Board of Trustees approve the purchase order listed in the attached purchase order report, totaling $937,366.83. Can I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
So moved by Mike, second by Julie. Any comments? It's a light month, no, just 934,000. We're not 6 million anymore.
We're
Yeah,
cutting down, aren't we?
There's self-construction going on, so it's going to stay at that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Moving to L6B1, establishment of classified position. 1 campus safety assistant at Henderson Elementary. Recommending the Board of Trustees approve establishment of 1 campus safety assistant position, 3.75 hours per day, 185 days per year, range 26 at Henderson Elementary, effective October 12th, 2022. Can I hear a motion?
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
So moved by Mr. Rosenberg, seconded by Mr. Watson. George, you want to talk about that real quick?
Yes, this position is based on student needs, and Ms. Fisher worked with the site principal to determine the need, and I think it's good to provide safety for our students, so recommending approval.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay.
L6B2, CSEA MOU number 22/23-001, interim out-of-class assignment / Director of Facilities Maintenance and Operations between Barstow Unified School District and California School Employees Association. Recommending that the Board of Trustees approve CSEA Memorandum of Understanding number 22/23.001, interim out-of-class assignment / Director of Facilities Maintenance and Operations between Barstow Unified School District and California School Employees Association, extending the assignment effective May 21st, 2022 through June 30, 2022. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second by Julie. George,
Yeah, so this is just an amendment. We had this MOU in place, and we had to extend it. It just came back from 610. This actually was an MOU that was in place back in June. And it was Bob Drew supporting maintenance and operation as Mr. Hassett was out on.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion passes. I'm sorry, not giving you enough time.
We're good. They're behind, yeah.
Okay, we're going to L6B3, CSEA MOU number 22-23 .002 out of class assignment / Director of Nutritional Services between Barstow Unified School District and California School Employees Association. Recommend the Board of Trustees approve CSEA Memorandum of Understanding number 22/23.002 out of class assignment Director of Nutritional Services between Unified School District, between Barstow Unified School District and California Schools Employees Association, effective August 29th, 2022 through June 30, 2023, or earlier upon the recruitment of the Director of Nutritional Services, whichever occurs first. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second by Julie.
Yeah, so this position, this MOU, is needed to support the nutrition services, specifically director position. As you guys all know, Ms. Carter has moved on to another district. And as we search for a qualified candidate, Mr. Stanley Thais has stepped up and been assuming those roles. So we recommend you approve this MOU so that we continue to function and feed our students properly.
How's it looking? How's the search going?
It's going. We have a few candidates now.
We have interviews scheduled for the 28th.
Great, okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I'm sorry.
I,
Opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Do we have any items for future board members? Meetings? Okay. Do we need to go into closed session again? No. Stand adjourned at 5:29, 28.
Yep. Okay, thank you very much, Julie and Ben.